Hi there guys, I'm Rick.
And I'm Kira, and this is our van tour.
We are a family of 5 who live full-time in our long wheelbase Citroen Relay as we travel around Europe with our 3 kids, Piper, Jack and Teddy, and our chocolate Labrador Charlie. We bought the van in 2020 as a builder's van and have converted it into our family home. Before we get into the tour, we just wanted to say that we really appreciate the support from every one of you that watches our videos. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel, and if you have any questions or just want to say hi, then feel free to leave a comment below and we'll try and reply to as many as we can.
Alright then guys, we'll have a quick look around the outside. So first up we've got our LPG filler point. We've got a refillable tank mounted underneath up onto the chassis, so that's our refill point. We've got all the European adapters for that, so we can travel anywhere, refill up anywhere. Next thing we've got is this chalkboard for the kids so they can do a little bit of playing. But it drops down to this little outside table. Snakes and ladders on there, a couple of our stickers, which we've got a few more to add, but didn't manage to find them on the road. Next up we've got our windows. These are single glazing, but they're quite good. You can open them right up, shut them right up. Lets a lot of light in, which is good. Next up we've got our graphics. Yeah, it was really important for us. We didn't want to build his van. We wanted something that looked good, that we liked the look of, so we had these done. Kira designed these with a chap in Carlisle, and yeah, we think they really make our van pop out, stand out. Right, next up round the back here, we've got our little security lock. Just goes over, clicks in, just a bit of extra security there. Like the fact it's black as well, so it stands out as a security feature. We've also got deadlocks, touring with the kids sign, and this ladder. We just use it to wash the roof now, but we used to have a roof rack. Before the Poptop we had a roof rack, and that's how we used to get up there. Okay, here we got our Truma hot water cover. So that's for our hot water. It's sort of like the exhaust. Got our 230 hookup to the mains. As you can see, we are on a campsite at the minute and we're not plugged in because we have to pay. So we're only plugging in a little bit every day. We don't really need to. Yeah! And we got our waste outlet for our grey waste. We've got a 50 litre underslung tank under there, which is all good. Come on Ted, let's go show them. This way. Right, we've got our second window here, that opens up as well, so again gives a nice bit of light in there, airflow. And then finally, to show you guys around here, the last thing is the Poptop, but we'll show you more of that later. Oh, and one more thing, the wheels. Originally we were going to get alloys, but I decided against it and we just painted them black because that's a slightly cheaper option. But we've got some good Michelin cross climates on there, which are pretty decent tyres.
Alright guys, let's show you inside. Right, so this right here is our main living space. As you can see, we've got the swivel seats in the front, which automatically opens up the space and gives everyone a space to sit, because we have these 2 seats installed back here as well. This one's a double swivel and this is our single swivel. We also have here a table. So what we do is we just pull that up like so, and we have a little hole there to prop it up, and that is where we eat our dinner. That is where the kids do schoolwork, where they play games, where they do their colouring, arts and crafts. So it's really brilliant use of space for everyone to just crack on. It's also where me and Richard relax in the evenings, and we have a little light switch up here, which means that we can have the rest of the lights on while the kids are off, while the kids are asleep, and we just flick that one on. So up here you will see that we have packing cubes, and this is where we keep the kids' clothes. They basically have one of those each. We also have a little bit of extra space up here just for underwear and little boxes. And then these cabinets here are full of mine and Richard's clothes. So this side is mine, so that just pops open, and that's where we keep all our clothes basically. And then you'll see over here we have our trauma boiler unit. So these are our switches basically just to turn on the hot water when we need hot water for showers or washing up. Another homely touch that we have in the van is our family photographs up on the wall here. We really want the van to feel like home, not just a builder's van, and I think we've achieved that just through these little finishing touches. We keep some spare ones as well so we can swap them over and hopefully add some more photos when we carry on travelling and make some more memories. And we've also got the bunting up here, which just adds another little homely feel to the van. Right, so just a couple of extra things while we're in this section of the van. So you'll see under here we've got a little bit of storage space, and this is where everyone's shoes are kept. So just keeps them out of the way most of the time. And under there, and also I'll show you these. We've got these extra security locks. Richard installed these just onto the doors there, and basically at night time, if we go out, we just do that, lock them up, and that just provides a bit of extra security.
Right then guys, this is our kitchen area. We think we've got quite a nice kitchen area on this. It's about 1.3 meters in length. What we've got here is just a couple of little oversized clothesline pegs, which just are good for tea towels, that sort of stuff. We've got our 12-volt compressor fridge. It's a bit on the small side, but we manage quite nicely. It automatically turns to 230 when we're on the mains hookup, which isn't overly often. We've got our Propex control here for our underslung gas tank, and we've got our Propex heater control. We don't have a diesel heater on this, we have a gas heater which is mounted sort of underneath on the van floor, just underneath all this. We've got a couple of vent outlets down there. We've got a nice chopping board cover here, so that just makes the workspace a little bit bigger. And we've got a massive sink, which is really important, especially as we're a family of 5, because after lunch, you can imagine, there's plates and cups and cutlery everywhere, so it just hides it nicely away there. We've got a nice tap with hot and cold. Got a couple of smoke alarms, carbon monoxide alarm, and we've got our spices and some herbs there as well. Fresh fruit, we love these little bags, we love having them out. Kids can just jump up, grab a bit of fresh fruit, it's absolutely brilliant. And also adds that colour, which we like. And we've got our teas, coffees and hot chocolate. Here we've got a hob, we've got a Thetford gas hob, 2 burner. We make everything with just 2 burners. So whether it's curry, pastas, whatever, we make do with that. We don't have an oven or anything like that. And then we've got this big cupboard underneath here, which stores most of our kitchen stuff: cutlery, pots and pans, plates, cups, cereal. Under here, under the cereal just down there, is a little sort of bits and bobs cupboard which I made. There was a bit of space there, so I thought I'd make that into a little cupboard. And then we've got our pantry as well, and our pantry is actually underneath our bed here. So we just simply move these 2 slats, and we've got pastas and tins. Well, so we've got tomato sauces, that sort of stuff, and more herbs and that sort of stuff. And then one last thing I'll show you is Charlie's bed. Charlie's bed is under there. Really important for him to have a good size bed. We wanted him to be really comfortable. So Kira actually made the mattress. We had a spare bit of foam from our IKEA mattress, so we cut that to size. Kira made a cover for it, which is really fantastic. And just under there we've got a 230-volt socket, 3-pin socket, and we've got USB chargers, a couple of switches, that sort of stuff, and a fire extinguisher also mounted under there, and hopefully we won't need that. Right, so Kira's going to show you the bed area.
So this right here is mine and Rick's bed, which is a really good size. What we like about the Citroen Relay is that it's a little bit wider than your Sprinter or your Crafter, which has meant that we've been able to build it widthways rather than lengthways, which is really good. And this mattress is an IKEA mattress, and it is the comfiest bed we've ever slept on. So not expensive. IKEA for the win there for the mattress. So we're going to show you Teddy's bed now, and I really like Teddy's bed. His bed is at the end of our bed. He has a raised bunk there, which is lovely because in the morning he'll come in, jump into our bed for cuddles, and it's really nice to have him really close. Right, so next I'll show you what we do underneath Teddy's bed. So underneath Teddy's bed we've still got a little bit of space during the day, so we keep some of our storage boxes here. We have a big one for all our homeschooling, and then we have a toy box and a book box, and we also have a Lego box here sometimes, but the kids are currently playing with the Lego, so that's away for now. And then moving up here we've got our vents. So it's a little bit broken at the minute, so it's not looking its best, but basically this lets a lot of light into the back section here. The light floods in, and obviously it allows us to have some fresh air flowing through the van, which is really important. And then I'll show you our newest addition, which is this little bookshelf at the back here. We got some new books for Christmas and wanted somewhere to put them. So a bookshelf was much needed, and it's made it feel a lot more homely at the back too, which is lovely. Next we have our little night light here, our little reading light. So that just turns on with a switch there, and it's also got 2 USB ports in it, which means it's a nice place to charge our phones at night time. And finally, you'll notice this big map of Europe that we've got on the wall here. This was a last minute decision to put this on because we needed something to fill up the space, add some colour. So we thought a map of Europe was quite apt. And to be honest, it's been great because it started so many conversations with the kids, especially Teddy, who's just 2, and he points out all the different countries. Also uses it as a bit of a distraction for not going to bed, but that's okay, it's learning. So yeah, we love this map on the wall. Just one more thing while we're showing this back section of the van. A few people have commented and asked why we don't have sort of wall cupboards at the top here like you see in lots of other vans. And there are a few reasons for that. The first one being that we wanted it to be a space where we can actually relax. So to be able to lean up here, grab a book and just chill out is brilliant. If we had the cupboards up here, we wouldn't be able to do that. And secondly, it just feels so much more open having the space here, and rather than having cupboards coming out here, which we like. We're living in it, we don't want to feel claustrophobic. This right here is our shower and toilet cubicle, which was an absolute essential for travelling as a family of 5. Gives us that bit of privacy that we need. So you'll see out here we've also got our nice mirror. We use that in the mornings for getting ready, doing makeup, and Rick doing his hair. So I'll just let you guys have a little peek inside. It's a bit small, so it's quite tricky. And what you can see first is our big storage organiser, which just hangs over the door. This was a steal. We got this from Argos for, I think it was about £8, so bargain and so handy. And if you have a little look through into the actual cubicle, you'll see that we've got our Thetford toilet, which is actually, the cassette is bigger than a lot of the motorhome toilets. And then we've got our mixer tap for our shower in the corner there, which we just take our toilet out whenever we want to use the shower. So plenty of space for when we need it. Right, so not many people can say this about their van build, but let's go and take a look upstairs. So this right here is the Poptop, and this is where Piper and Jack sleep. As you can see, the Poptop stretches quite far back. It's long enough for me and Rick to actually sleep up here too, which we do on occasion if one of us is having a bit of a sleepover with the kids, watching a film, girly night, that sort of thing. So you can see Jack sleeps over here. He's got his little chasey teddy and sleeping bag, and Piper's got hers over here with her Minnie Mouse. And then over here we have our side vents, which are really, really good for letting in a bit of air, letting in some light. And they're on both sides, and you can see that they just unzip down like that, which is really nice. And then at the front we've got this basically another panel that you unzip. It's not an air vent one, but it lets in a lot of light and lets you have a little bit of a view. So this Poptop has been a complete game changer for the van. Not only has it given us 2 extra sleeping spaces, but it's also given us so much more space to chill out and relax. So often the kids will come up with their Lego, they might come up here and read a book or do a bit of their schoolwork, a bit of peace and quiet. We'll often come up here to escape too, so I'll sit up here with the laptop and do a bit of editing. But there is just one more thing that makes this Poptop even more special. Both sides of the Poptop actually zip right down, so you can enjoy a really fresh air scenic view from up there. It's pretty cool.
Right, just one last bit to show you guys, and that is our garage area. So with the design to this, I wasn't really willing to compromise on anything, which you have to do with a van, but I wanted a good sized garage as well as everything else, and I think we managed to get that. So we've got a nice garage here. The garage is half the width of the bed, and on this side it goes all the way back. So we've got levelers, we've got a whole box of coats and football, that sort of stuff. We've got all our hiking gear because we like to go out onto the hills. We've got some games, bit of schooling, helmets, that sort of stuff in there. Got our water tank, so this is our fresh water tank. It's 100 litre, it's a wheel arch water tank, so it fits beautifully over the wheel arch. 100 litres does us probably about 3 days really. And then this side, got our toolkit, dog food. We've got our water heater, so that's a 10 litre water heater fed off the 12 volt, gas. And then we've got all our electrics there. We've got a 200 amp hour AGM battery, got the B2B charger, the mains charger, water pump is there as well, and we've got a little water filter as well, just to sort of take out the horrible taste of water. So yeah, got a really nice garage, and I think that wraps up our tour.
Right, that's it guys, that is our van tour. Thank you so much for watching, and if you have any questions whatsoever about the van build, pop them in the comments below and we'll get back to you as soon as we can.
And remember guys, we are a full-time travelling family, so we put out videos every Friday. If you want to see more, hit the subscribe button and that little notification bell, and we'll see you again next Friday.
See ya!
Bye.